We invite you to watch how we clear the views on all matters through our partner station MITV on DSTV channel 255, 7 p.m. daily, and also our YouTube and Facebook pages under one name, Clearview News Desk every day. We call it The People's News, as we are available to come over and cover your events upon notice. Or do you have news you want us to broadcast? Send it in. We verify and go to town with it. All for you. Go ahead, engage us to thrash out those naughty issues on the news. And what we need from you is to share and subscribe. More important, convince your loved ones, friends, relatives, co-worshippers, and more to subscribe so as to be getting notifications as we break the news. Go a step further, like the news, and drop your thoughts on the comment section. Clearview News. We clear the view one time and for all time.
Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. Maiduguri residents on high alert over flood which submerged many homes as a result of a breakdown of Alau Dam in Borno State. Nigeria's telecom sector risks shutdown as workers of private telecommunications and Communication Senior Staff Association embark on strike. Nigeria's NLC President Joe has been released on bail late Monday night after his arrest earlier by DSS. I am Imefonukun with this and more. Nigeria's NLC President Joe, who was arrested early Monday by DSS, has been released late Monday night on bail. Although series of condemnations had trailed the Labour leader's arrest over yet to be disclosed offences, as well as the invasion of the Abuja office of the Social, Economic Rights and Accountability Project, allegedly by the DSS. Ajero was released at exactly 11:05 last night, according to the Assistant Secretary of the NLC, Chris Onyeka. The NLC and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, had asked the federal government to release Ajero immediately and unconditionally, latest by midnight. Meanwhile, the global rights group Amnesty International and the United Action Front of Civil Society had also condemned the arrest and detention of Ajero by the DSS, accusing President Bola Tinubu of setting a new record of impunity. Recall, Ajero was arrested at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and prevented from boarding his flight to attend a scheduled meeting of the International Trade Union Congress in the United Kingdom. The Nigeria's telecom sector is at risk of shutting down as workers under the aegis of private telecommunications and Communication Senior Staff Association have embarked on strike. This was as the union on Monday threatened to cripple telecommunication services nationwide. The Secretary General of the association, Okono Abdullahi, made this known in a statement on Monday while announcing the commencement of the strike, noted that its members are over 800 working at various Nigeria telecoms facilities, network centers, and other critical telecommunications, including IHS. The union, among other agitations, is demanding the reinstatement of some of its sacked workers, recognition of the union improved working conditions, and remittance of membership dues. However, Gbenga Adebayo, chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators of Nigeria, while reacting to development, said that the group is unknown to its members, which include MTN, Globalcom, Airtel, 9Mobile, and other telcos in the country. Residents of Maiduguri in Borno State are on high alert following a flood which has submerged many homes as a result of a breakdown of the Alau Dam, which has been filled to capacity for the past week. Borno State Commissioner of Information Usman Tar called for immediate evacuation in a statement in the early hours of this Tuesday. TAR advised residents living along the riverbank to take immediate action to protect themselves and their properties due to the unusual high volume of water this year. TAR also urged the residents of the affected areas to follow evacuation routes to ensure safe passage. The FCT command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) has apprehended 13 suspects for allegedly vandalizing critical infrastructure and national assets in Abuja. Clavis Florence Joshua was at the parade ground and tells us more.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in the Federal Capital Territory has revealed that vandals have caused an estimated 5 million naira in damage to public infrastructure in Abuja. The FCT Commandant Olusola Odumosu made the disclosures during a press briefing on Monday following the arrest of 13 individuals suspected of vandalizing critical national assets. 5 million naira worth of items recovered from the suspect include street lights, billboards, armored electrical cables, and rods.
Our charge, our resolve, and our determination to ensure that FCT is free of miscreants who on a daily basis destroys our collective assets has paid off. As today we have 13 suspects arrested in different parts of the FCT between Saturday the 7th of September to the early hours of this morning, Monday, 9th September 2024. This effort followed intense surveillance, patrol, as well as tip-off from our informants. Upon this, the intelligence personnel, as well as officers and men of the critical national assets and infrastructure departments and other departments combined together, and this effort necessitated the combing of various parts of the city, and of course we were able to make the following arrest. Altogether, between Saturday and early hours of this morning, we have arrested 13 vandals from various parts of the FCT.
One of the suspects claimed it was the first time participating in vandalism, attributing his actions to the present economic hardship.
It's one of my friends. If I get small problem, issue, I will go to them, they will borrow me money. So that day, you can't tell me, say, things hard for him, you don't get anything, but he get what he do. So he introduced me into the business.
FCT Commandant Olusola Odumosu warned that the Corps will not tolerate vandalism and will ensure that perpetrators face justice. He commended the command's intelligence department for their proactive effort in ridding the FCT of vandals. The NSCDC has vowed to fish out and prosecute vandals, urging those with criminal intentions to desist from the FCT. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
It is no longer news that the myriad of socio-economic challenges bedeviling Nigeria, Africa's giant, have brought untold hardship and poverty to its citizens. Stakeholders, however, attribute the lingering situation to poor policy formulation by the government and lack of implementation of key reforms that address the needs of the people and therefore call for a more so small.
Nigeria, Africa's largest economy in the last few years, has been faced with a number of challenges ranging from decline in oil prices, exchange rate distortions, monetization of the fiscal deficit, and high inflation leading to underperformance on the global scene. The deteriorating economic environment has led to high cost of living, pushing millions of Nigerians below the poverty line. According to research, around 84 million Nigerians, representing representing about 37% of the total population, live below the poverty line, a situation that has been further escalated by conflict and insecurity, rising inflation, and the impact of climate change. Speaking at the graduation ceremony and 21st biannual leadership lecture of the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, Center LSD Leadership School, in partnership with the Conrad Adenwa Shutdown, the founding executive director, Center LSD, Dr. Otive Igbuzo, attributed the growing poverty in the country to a lack of government policies that better attend to the needs of citizens.
In order to eradicate poverty, care must be taken to ensure that all policies are pro-poor, especially in a country with large number of poor people. For instance, policies that favor small-scale farmers or are labor-intensive and will lead to the creation of more jobs are pro-poor. On the other hand, policies that will lead to increase in the prices of social services and utilities or introduction of user fees are anti-poor. Privatization will almost always lead to increase in prices of goods and services and layoff of staff, and is anti-poor. In order to eradicate poverty, emphasis must be placed on pro-poor policies. It has been documented that good public policy is at the core of the process of development.
The graduates we are celebrating today have demonstrated unwavering dedication and commitment, having met the rigorous requirement of at least 70% attendance and participation in the school. The Leadership School was born out of a deep recognition that leadership, or more accurately, the lack thereof, is a primary challenge, particularly in Africa. The complex challenges we face globally, and particularly within Africa and Nigeria, reaffirm our belief in the central role that effective leadership plays in addressing the critical issues confronting humanity.
In his keynote address, the founder, Lift Above Poverty organization, LAPO, said the key to addressing poverty levels in the country is the effective mainstreaming of matters in key development policies and efforts.
When government put policy together and project, this question should be asked. What will be the impact of unemployment? What will be the impact of nutrition? What will be the impact of access to health? And what will be the impact of economic and social inclusion?
We all know that almost 2/3 of Nigerians are directly or indirectly affected by poverty. And every day, more people are affected. There are multiple reasons for this situation. One of it is a lack of social protection. Without social protection, poverty eradication will not be possible. And obviously, social protection can only be possible with good leadership.
The current challenge we have in Nigeria, I always say, is not a government problem. It's a people problem. And the investment we make in those people is the relevance of the change we want to see for our future as a country.
The event with the theme Leadership, Social Protection and Poverty Eradication featured a panel discussion, presentation of certificates to graduating students of the Set 21 and presentation of awards to deserving graduates, as well as matriculation oath taken by the new students of Set 22. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
The former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello and the current State Chief Executive Ahmed Usman Ododo have eulogized the former Deputy Governor of the state and leader of the All Progressives Congress APC in Moba Moro local government area, Architect Yomi Awoniyi, on his 64th birthday anniversary. Yahaya Bello, in a press statement on Monday signed by Mike Oziki from Yahaya Bello's media office, described Architect Yomi Awoniyi as a patriotic Kokite who believes in the unity and greatness of the state by aligning with patriotic Kokites to ensure the state remains in the progressive family. While wishing Awoniyi many more decades in good health and prosperity, The former governor urged Kogi State to celebrate the former deputy governor by imbibing the spirit of unity and togetherness, which are the steels that build a solid society. On his part, Governor Dodo, in his congratulatory message made available to journalists by Ismail Issa, special advisor on media to the governor, pressed the leadership role of architect Awoniyi, galvanized support for his administration and his role as a mentor and a committed cookite whose exemplary contribution to the development of the state is a source of inspiration for emerging leaders. Born on the 4th day of September 1960, architect Yomi Awoniyi is the son of the late nationalist and patriarch, late Chief Sunday Awoniyi, and late Madam Florence Awoniyi of Mobi Moro local government area of Kogi State, and served as Deputy Governor of Kogi State from January 2011 to January 2016. If you are just joining us, you are watching the news on Clavy News Desk. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.